Real hot girl shit. Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too. And that's why every time you see me, I got some new shoes. Ah. Mwah.
Hi, welcome to my channel. I'm Cookie. I am new to this. I stuck at home working and thought, why not make videos? Because I don't have much to do. So this is going to be a story time on why I will never travel with certain people again. I have to be very careful who I travel with because seeing me and living with me are two different things, and people can always be mean when disrespectful, even when you least expect it. I've learned a lot about that. So I'm going to call this person Bralette, right? Name the nicely Bralette. Okay. So I met this person when I was going to college. This person has I'm starting from the top. This person has a very different personality from everyone else. They like different music, they reason differently, and they see a lot of things differently than everybody else. Which is fine, which is okay. Yeah, you understand that everyone is not the same, everyone is different, right? But the first red flag that I should have noticed and I did not notice is that she does not like to be corrected. Now, first saw this red flag when we all lived on the same hall in college. I don't feel like naming the college I was going to right now. Whoever knows me, hi, what's up? So, we're going to college. We had put a pot of water on the stove to boil, because we normally boil our water before we put it in bottles and store it in the fridge for school the next day. So we had put a pot on the stove to boil. You know, sometimes when you boil the water, there's some white stuff. If I could find a picture, I'm going to put it up right here. You have some white stuff that come up on it when you boil the water. So the water was being boiled on the stove, and this girl saw our pot of water on the stove, and she took her bottle, was in the freezer, she took her bottle and placed it in the pot on the stove. Mind you, she did not ask anyone whose pot it is, she didn't ask who's boiling what, she just took her dirty bottle and she put it in the pot of water that were boiling on the stove. Yes, I broke a nail, it's missing. And when she did that, I went out, and me being petty saw the bottle, and I instantly I asked whose bottle is it. Apparently she wasn't on the hall, and I took the bottle and I threw it outside. Now she came to our room. I was living with another female. We're gonna call this female Paper Bag. I was living in a room with a female called Paper Bag that was in a year above me. She came in asking, Paper Bag is like, no, I don't see your bottle. And she looked at me and I was like, I threw your bottle outside because you were rude to put your bottle. She's like, oh, it's dirty water. But why would you put your clean bottle of drinking water in dirty water to thaw? Makes no sense. Anyways, after she did that, she had borrowed my blanket. Bralette brought my blanket back to my room and gave it to me, and she didn't speak to me again. You know, she was friends with some girls that lives like 3 doors up from us. And then after that incident, I realized that those girls stopped talking to her. She stopped going to their room, all of that. And I realized that only her roommate spoke to her. Nobody on the house spoke to her. And I said nobody, I meant nobody on the house spoke to her. And I didn't know why. Fast forward, a year has passed, and she came back to her room and she apologized. Now, after she apologized about what happened, I was like, it's just a bottle of water, I'm not going to hold it. I was living on a separate unit from her because I had switched the unit I was living on because I was uncomfortable with the person on the unit. After switching unit, she normally came over to our room all the time and she would try to sleep over. Now, in college, our beds are this small. our beds can only fit me. So imagine plus size people sleeping on beds. You had probably 1 or 2 rooms with a bigger size bed, but 90% of the rooms had beds this small. It can only hold one person, and she is not plus size, but she's a very curvy female. She always tried and forced to sleep in the room, and it was like, I personally don't like running people. I don't like telling people no. If I have to tell you no, I'll tell you no. But if it's like she just wants company, blah blah blah. So sometimes I would be out in the hall because I was doing work till late, and she'd be in my bed, and I was like, hey, I need my bed, and she's like, I want to stay, and it was just like the bed can't hold both of us. She's like, she kept doing it for a while, and my roommate at that time got upset and spoke to her about it. Told her that she can't do that because no one is coming to her room to try to, because if she's upset and in a mood, she just goes to her room. No one is asking her to, come to the room and stay. No one is going in her space, to stay. So that happened, and we fell off again because she was being weird. Now, graduated, same female, bralette, graduated. I was overseas like a year after I graduated, and she contacted me having some issues with stuff at home, blah blah blah. Now when I heard that, I personally don't like hearing people going through struggle, and once you tell me you're struggling, I'm going to try to help you. No matter what it is, I'm going to try to help you. I love helping people, and I think that's my downfall. I always try to fix things. I always try to help people. I always try to go to my way for people, and people always treat me like shit. But anyways, so I decided that I was going to take it upon myself to invite her to where I live. I was like, okay, I was not in Jamaica. It's like, okay, you're going through this. I'm going to contact my brother and tell him what you're going through, and I'm going to tell him that you're going to come by the house. So she was traveling that summer. So our agreement was after she traveled and came back, she would pack her stuff. She would just move down, and I help her get a job, and I help her find an apartment. Now this was the agreement. The agreement was I'd help her to get a job, help her to get somewhere to stay because her house cannot hold everyone. 2-bedroom house, 3 of us living here. You know how that goes. 2 girls, 1 guy. No, it's not gonna work. So she was here, and she got a job after I came back overseas, helped her move the rest of her stuff, and she got a job. She said to me that she wants to stay longer. Tried to explain to her again, the agreement was when you got a job, you would find an apartment. She wants to stay close to everybody. She don't want to move anywhere by herself, which is okay, fine. She's in a new area. Tried to get somewhere close. No one was renting or somewhere close. An incident happened where I was at work late. It was raining, and I think something with the key happened. There wasn't a key cut, and some issue with the key happened, and she was stuck outside, and it was raining. But she was in the garage standing out because the garage is open. So I came in and I said good night, and she stepped past me. I was like, okay. I said nothing. Woke up the next day, said good morning. She had the same attitude. I was like, okay. I said nothing. I went to work, back and forth to work. Then one morning, she got up and she said to me that this went on for like 2-3 days, and then one morning she got up and she said to me that she is going to go over to Mr. and Mrs. Fennel. Gotta block that up. She said she was going over to a house close by to me to live, a house that we originally asked, and they said no, they're not renting any spaces because the person is elderly, she can't manage renting the space. She still went, and she got the space to rent. It's like, okay, cool, fine. What pissed me off is she went to my best friend and said to my best friend that I am difficult and hard to talk to, and I should apologize to her because I didn't come home and she was locked out. And I was like, apologize for what? I didn't do anything. I contacted her the entire drive home, telling her I'm stuck at school. There's no taxis on the road. It was late and it was raining and there was no taxis and no drive from work. And all of that time I was leaving work pretty late for some reason. I just didn't want to be home. I just stayed at work and did work all the time. Anyways, and I contacted her. I have the messages and everything to show that I contacted this female the entire. So when she said that, it really pissed me off. But at the same time, it was just like, you know what, it's whatever. I was very upset, but I didn't say anything. So when she was telling me she was moving out, and then she was like, I need to. She hopes that we can still communicate. I don't even remember how that conversation went, to be very honest, because I woke up early, I was getting ready for work, and I was just not having it. I was just like, listen, go your way, blah blah blah. I was just upset, and I just really didn't want to talk to her. I didn't remember how the conversation went. That's how angry I was. She moved out, and I didn't talk to her for a few months. She started Christmas time, she started coming around, and I was like, alright, you know, let me put water under the bridge. I'm gonna leave it alone, let it stay. We talked it over and we spoke to her about her ways, how she is, told her that she can be annoying, certain things that she does we don't like, and we tried to talk to her about it. So moving forward to this year, I decided that I wanted to leave the country for some time. So she said, I always travel by myself. I'm always traveling by myself, leaving for very long periods of time, spending time with friends that I meet overseas, doing all sorts of stuff, and I'm always by myself. So I decided this year I wanted to travel with a friend. Not the friend I wanted to travel with, but the only friend that was willing to travel. My best friend is afraid of traveling. So I was like, okay, fine. We will travel together. And I was excited. So booked the ticket, everything, Another incident happened where she was being very annoying. She does this thing where she's like, you'll be sitting down doing something and she's like poking you, like, please stop, Brawlette, we're doing something, please stop. And she just keeps like, and we tell her that it's annoying, she needs to stop. She's always in your space and you're like, hey, you know, we need some space. She always says that we don't like her, she's coming in. But we're saying we're grown adults, we don't need to talk to you every day. She always forces to sleep over. I understand she's alone, but sometimes we kind of want our own space. Like, even my boyfriend was here one time. Well, we were on our way home. He called me and he was like, he's at the house. And by the time I was to get here, she was like, hey, why he can't go home? Why does he have to sleep over? I was just like, my boyfriend is supposed to leave for you? No, that's not how it works. So yeah, little things that actually do on it. What really got me to be like, I hate females, bitches ain't shit, I rather not have any friends, and this is why I don't have any friends. I'm a very friendly and nice person. People always take advantage of me. People are always rude to me. People always, people take my niceness. I'm very friendly, sometimes too friendly, sometimes too nice, and I do understand that. So I am rather withdrawn because I know that once I'm comfortable, I can be a little too friendly, and I try to just stay to myself because of that. So fast forward, I'm rambling. Fast forward, we decided to travel together. Got there, issues with getting picked up. Her mother was supposed to pick her up. That didn't come through. That's okay, fine. Her mother said that I was going to rape her. Now, this woman has never met me in her life. She has never sat down and had a conversation with me in her life. So why your daughter and I travel to a foreign country and the first thing you are going to say is, I need your friend's number because she might rape you and she might take men to rape you. First of all, I don't live in America, so I don't know that many people. I don't know a lot of people. I know from work and travel 2016 when I traveled. I know people from then. Every time I go to visit, I meet new people. Not sure why I would get you raped though, but something must have been said to her mom for her mom to just out of nowhere say that. Or maybe her mom is just crazy. She's crazy, so maybe her mom's crazy too. Anyways, that was a fifth red flag with this female. I didn't say anything. Went on our way, we got to where we were going, and we started our vacation, having fun and whatever. Now things started to go downhill when I wasn't spending time with her. Now she wanted me to meet her mom. She hasn't seen her mom for a while, and her mom came down to see her, and we were there. And I was just like, she's like, you want to meet my mom? And I was like, your mom said I'm going to rape you and bring men to rape you. I do not want to meet that woman. She don't know me, and if she's going to judge me like that without knowing me, I don't know. I don't. Comment down below if I was wrong, because I don't think I was wrong for saying that. Anyways, moving on, we were there, and we're like, I started spending more time with other people because I'm there to do what I need to do and go home. She starts saying that I am selfish. There are times when she would come home and she don't talk to me for days. I'd be trying to talk to her about her birthday, and she was rude. I was trying to, I was just trying to be friendly. Like, she would want to spend time with me one day, but because our schedules are clashing and I'm busy, I was like, alright, I have this and that to do this day. This girl's gonna be like, it's alright, go on with you and your friend. You don't need to. And I was just trying to explain to you what I'm doing. And anyways, I left her alone. She didn't really talk to me until after the day before we left. We actually didn't come from the same place to the airport, because thank God for that. We met up at the airport. So all of the time we traveled and spent together, this girl barely spoke to me. She kept saying I was selfish and I only thought about myself because I didn't do everything with her. And I was like, you could go to the beach by yourself. You could go on rides by yourself. You don't need me to do everything. I've always been traveling by myself. I enjoy myself by myself. Try to do something by yourself. It's like she needed to have company to do everything. So when we got back, the first thing this female said to my brother was, and I quote, people only think about themselves and their money. And I was just like, so I only think about myself and my money. Cool. I mention I paid for her plane ticket to go. I paid for anyways, I paid for a plane ticket to go. I arranged a lot of stuff for her for this summer vacation, and not even to say thank you, but to say I'm selfish. So who will not be traveling with her or anyone again. We came back. She hasn't spoke to you. She went to her house and she hasn't said anything to anybody, and quite frankly I am done with her. She's dead to me because I don't take bullshit. I don't like people treating me like shit. I bought your plane ticket. I did so much for you, and the first thing you're going to say to me is tell my brother that I'm selfish and I only think about myself. Imagine what she's telling her parents and her family. Anyways, that's my mini story time on I don't like people, and I will never travel with anyone again because I'm traveling with people to have company and fun, and you're going to malice me and not talk to me, and I don't travel by myself. So thank you for watching my video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Tea Girl Cookie. Let me know if you want a story time on how my best friend stole my boyfriend. I have a lot of drama that happened in my life. But let me know, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.
Real hot girl shit. Yeah, I'm in my bag, but I'm in his too. And that's why every time you see me, I got some new shoes. Mwah.